Yes, my people, and welcome back to the channel. Obviously, we're coming off a loss, 2-1, Aston Villa against Manchester United, and I'm with my two lovely guests to give me some sort of moral support. I've got to my left, Mina.
I don't think moral support is...
No, I need the moral support.
I don't think... I ain't got nothing to offer, guys. Sorry. No moral support here, man.
I might have it from my right-hand side.
I'll be wrong. You don't get that for me either, bro. I'm sorry.
But yeah, as you can see, especially in the title, we have lost to Aston Villa 2-1. Is it a surprise, guys? Would you say it's a surprise?
No.
Were you expecting it? Were you expecting anything different this weekend? Did you have any glimmer of hope going into this fixture?
The only thing I will say is now that I've seen the team AFCON, during the time of AFCON, I don't think I can watch until the players come back from AFCON. Like, that is a tough starting 11. Like, that,
Yeah.
Villa, I think it's now 10 games on the bounce. They've been taking the piss out of United on Twitter, saying the haircut guy could have had 2 haircuts by now if he was a Villa fan.
Damn.
True. He would have got 2 trims. He's not lying. He would have had 2 trims by now.
Night tick in the back of his head.
10 wins on the bounce. Yeah, listen to this. 10 wins on the bounce, and we've won 14 under Amram.
Yeah.
In his whole tenure.
That's mental.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mental.
You know, when you put it into that perspective,
that
it just makes it deeper, bro. It's mad.
Mental.
But you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna try to be devil's advocate in it. But I do feel like when I saw the lineup, I was like, this is absolute horror. But when I actually look at the performance of how we actually played against Villa, it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, and if I put it into perspective, I don't think the performance is as bad as I expected it to be. However, same story as usual, same problems as usual, same bad habits. What was your initial thoughts on the game?
My initial thoughts was, all right, starting 11, I looked at it, I thought, okay, quite defensive. Ugarte shouldn't be near the pitch.
No.
Ugarte shouldn't start. And
I need him shot.
Apparently, Kobe and Meno picked up an injury. But I'm like, okay, if you want to try something different, Licha, okay, let me talk about the Bruno thing, because this is for the people that say that United are better without Bruno. Did you see how horrendous we looked in the second half without Bruno Fernandes?
Awful.
In the midfield, just retaining possession, playing the ball. I think what helped was Licha. In DM, I was skeptical at first, but when he started playing that, I thought, okay, the fact that he could play better in DM than Ugarte has in his whole time in the Man United.
But he did play DM there, for Ajax. He did play that at times.
2 games.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got the
in
experience.
Like how many years?
Yeah.
He can play there. I think if the opponent's midfield is sitting off you, I think he's okay. Because also he's good on the ball, even like as a centre back, right? What I saw when Bruno went off is that Ugarte went into that little 8-10 role where, when Bruno plays a lot higher than the other midfielder.
It's not a story.
Yeah.
It's not a story.
That's it. But for me, the only one thing I will say is that I salute to Aiden Heaven, because I think he did a good job containing Ollie Watkins and just his 4th game central centre back role, I think, and since coming into Amarim's starting 11, he did well. Lenny Yoro is an interesting one because obviously I think the 2 goals Morgan Rogers scores, he's just giving him too much space, too much time, and you just don't. It's a rookie mistake for a centre back out of the 2 young centre backs that we have, who is not the rookie. Aiden Heaven is the rookie out of the 2 of them. This is really his first ever stint in a senior squad.
Yes.
When we brought Lenny Yoro, he had a good 40-50 games under his belt coming into Manchester United. So I was a bit disappointed with that. And the only other thing I would say is Cunha. I love him and I hate him. So today, watching the game, I'm like, bro, why? You're doing the most, but really no one else is doing anything.
No.
So Cunha has to do the most because Sesko's not doing much. He had 14, I think, touches or 15 touches in the whole game before he came on.
That's been Cunha's story all season. Like, I think I was saying it the other day. Like, we got 3. Not like GTA where you could control Michael, Trevor, and Franklin.
Yeah.
Not Bruno. Cunha's got his own story.
Yeah.
So he wants the bag. And Bremo's got his own story. He wants the bag. Sesko's got a story of his own. He wants the bag. We've signed 3 players that are ideally the main men, if that makes sense. No one's going to compensate for each other like that. So my thing is, obviously, push Bruno higher, and ideally we should have got someone in the middle. But that's another story for another day. But Casemiro not being there is a problem. And it's bad to say that because of the age and his legs, but we're relying on Casemiro, and Casemiro's not. You can see it today. Do you know what I mean? So, we're in trouble, man. Like,
no, we are.
AFCON-less United, it don't look well, and Bruno dropping out as well. Yeah, it stinks. I'll be honest.
I'm gonna get into the midfield, but I want to start off because I think you touched on it well, the attack. Because obviously last summer we spent 220 million on a whole brand new attack. You mentioned the names already: Cunha, Mbeumo, and Sesko. Obviously, Mbeumo's obviously off the AFCON, but even Sesko and Cunha, who played today, I feel like a lot of the problems are in that final third. Because I think today was a prime example of our build-up play is not a problem. I don't think our build-up play it's bad. I think we did quite well to actually push up the pitch against Villa. I think we pressed them quite high up the pitch. We won the ball quite high. We created some decent half chances. But I feel like the story of this Man United team is whenever we get into that final third, either the decision making is poor, either the final the final ball is poor, or even in set pieces we're poor. We're not threatening. Every time we get into that final third, we either make a bad choice, whether that's a bad pass or a poor shot selection, or the delivery's bad, or we win a corner and then nothing ever comes off the corner. And I think that pattern's been existent the whole season. And it's kind of what we were going through last season as well. Yet we spent more money this summer with the expectation that we're going to score more goals, and yet we're still having the same problems.
Yeah. I think one thing I will say is when you look at opponents, look at Villa, look at Wolves, look at West Ham, they've figured out how to play against United. And my issue is that Man United don't have those elements of patterns in the final third. Today, with Villa, they were pinning Ollie Watkins to the centre-back. You got Rodgers playing on the left. You got McGinn on the right, who are coming in to kind of suck out Luke Shaw and Lenny Yoro, and then open up the space for on the wide for, the likes of Maatsen and Matt Cash to run into it. And that's how they got both goals. Both goals came from the kind of wide players bringing the wide centre-backs in, using the overloads on the far channels, and then from there being able to create something. And they're two spectacular goals, but it's consistent patterns of play. And they are clearly, Unai Emery is a great manager. He's clearly done his homework, but other managers have shown how to play against Manchester United. You're saying in build-up, we're not that bad. Everybody knows now, and I think it was, I can't remember, I think it was Johnny Evans, was it, saying it on Sky that, it was Ollie saying it on the overlap pod. He was like, in order for this kind of system and style of play to work, you can't let the opponent sit off your wide centre-backs. And a lot of teams, what they do is they sit off of Luke Shaw when he's on the ball, they sit off Lenny Yoro when he's on the ball, and then they just tell him, like, come to us. Because they know nothing's going to happen. There's no movement off the ball. So Lenny Yoro finds himself using Dallo or having to go inside to Ugarte. Ugarte's passing is restricted, so he can't play that long pass. He's going to play that side-to-side pass. And essentially, you're just going to keep recycling possession until eventually something happens in the opponent's kind of final third where an error happens or a misstep happens. And like, for example, the goal, great pressing, right? From Dorgu to win the ball back, from Matty Cash. But they didn't press consistently throughout the game.
No.
They didn't,
and that's the biggest issue.
And they sat off. And I don't get it. If it's now 1-1 and you know that if you can press, you can force an error in the opponent. Keep playing. Mason Mount was getting pissed off. He was getting pissed off essentially because he's running around and he's thinking, why is that? He's looking back and no one's there
with him. Yeah. I think what you said in terms of Aston Villa's game plan, I think we nullified that. I think we did that quite well, especially in the first half. I think we nullified their fullbacks like Maatsen and Cash, and I think that's why they couldn't really attack us freely as, like, for example, in the Arsenal game, for example. I think we did that well, but the problem is, and like you kind of mentioned as well, it's that lapse in concentration. It just takes that one moment, all of a sudden, it goes against the run of play. Rodgers gets that 1v1 with Euro, cuts inside, and then bang. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's with Man United, it's just that, it's either we're not clinical up top, and then we get punished on the other side through like a lapse of concentration.
But defensively, do you guys think the errors are systematic or is it like player prone?
A bit of both. I think it's a mixture.
Them two goals, that's Euro. I'll be honest, I'm trying to defend him.
Yeah.
Throughout,
You're a big Euro fan as well.
I'm a big Euro fan, but the second one, it's like he's slept. It's like he's got a pillow on the pitch, and then the moment Rodgers has beat him to the race, he's like, oh, sugar. And then it's like he's put his hand out like he doesn't want to touch him. He can touch him as a pen. But it's Rodgers on confidence. Based on the fact that he just ripped us on the first goal.
The first one, bro.
Bro, you got to put your body on the line, man.
That's the sad part. It's the fact that you didn't learn from the first one.
Yeah.
It's the exact same goal. Like, if you're literally watching the goal
same
be
corner,
duplicated.
same technique.
It's crazy. And I know you're right now. I don't want to be too harsh on him because I know he's low on confidence right now, but it is worrying. It is worrying, like you said, where Aiden Heaven, who's less experienced than you, is looking like the more experienced one right now.
But it is confidence as well, because this is a guy who's been in and out of the starting 11, and then you only get called upon when the two senior centre-backs are out. And because Aiden Heaven got hooked in first half, the first game he started at central centre-back. But my issue is that it's not just systematic, and like you guys said, the players don't learn from their errors. I think it was the first couple of minutes, you already see Ollie Watkins pinned against the centre-back. Lenny Yoro was the trigger, like the target for Villa when they were attacking, because they knew that the error might come from that side. And I just think in-game, you got to identify that issue. And I feel sorry for the manager in a way. It's very rare for me to say that, but I feel sorry for him because obviously he's not got any options to make changes.
Do you know what's mad about him though? I think even if you look at teams, you look at our backline, you don't know who's starting in what game. I don't think we've consistently had the same backline.
That's a problem.
I think there's two back-to-back games, that we had the same backline.
Yeah,
since Amram
like
has come in all competitions.
And then within 60 minutes, 2 of them come off, 2 come on. It's like
that's the
whether we're losing or winning the game,
you hit the nail on the head.
Bam, 2 new centre backs on the pitch. Like, I don't understand that.
I think that's a big issue. You know, the fact that you don't know what your best back line is and you've been here for over a year, that's the concerning part. And then even in the game, you're constantly changing your back line.
What do you think our back three is? Best back three. Everyone
the thing is, I don't like the fact that we're playing with a back three.
I'll be real, of course.
Let's talk about Euro, for example. I don't think Euro's a back three defender. He can't defend out wide. Like, you've seen it.
And you got him playing at right back as well. The other day when we played a back four and they had him play right back.
For me, it don't make sense. And you talk about exploiting his weaknesses. You're basically this is my problem with Amram. I know this. I don't want to put too much emphasis on him this game because, like you said, his hands were kind of tied today. He didn't have much options. A lot of players are unavailable. But again, the problem with him is his ignorance, his stubbornness, and his unwillingness to change the system is what essentially costing us games. Like today, for example, I think when you look at the players that we have available, we don't have many players available. You're still not platforming these players and putting them in the best, environment possible. Like Euro, for me, if you know he can't defend out wide, his weaknesses are defending out wide, why would you put him in there? Why would you put him in a situation? Consistently. You saw the first goal and then you give him, and you get me. You put him in that situation again to be exploited. I don't understand it.
He's gone too far to change his system. This system thing that we're talking about,
it's disgusting, bro.
It's not going nowhere.
He has to live with it or die with it. That's the situation. Because he said in a press conference before the game, he was talking about the whole Kobe situation, and just the academy thing. And he was saying, my door's always open. Nobody's come to speak to me. He was like, I will be the first person to say if the manager's wrong, I will say I'm wrong. He will never say that. He will never say
he's a master manipulator.
But he'll never say he's wrong.
He's a master manipulator.
He'll never say it. That's why, for me, even with the game and exploiting or for example not covering players' weaknesses, I think he would rather show this player can't play in the system rather than to cover up his weaknesses and change the way that United play.
It's not a me problem, it's them, man.
That's the thing. And my problem with Amram is I think he's... the scary part is when I start to dislike you as a person. That's when it becomes worrying. That's when it becomes. You know why? Because the last manager like this was Mourinho for me, where the last manager
was Ten Hag. I couldn't stand
but do you know what it is though? Ten Hag, I could see what his objective was. I could see he was trying to protect the players.
Ten Hag was your uncle. That's why he was your uncle.
No, but the thing is,
you went to war.
No, but the thing is though. With Ten Hag, he was blatantly lying to presses, but he was lying to protect the players, to protect himself, and to protect the club. I could see why he was doing it. Okay. You might not agree with it, but I can see why he's doing it. Amram, it's like he's trying to go to war with us. Like every press is like he's trying to prove that I know more than you. I'm more qualified than you. I know what I'm doing.
I'm suffering more than you.
I'm suffering. It's this manipulation tactic that he's basically deploying on us, where he's trying to make it seem like he's trying to acknowledge the failures by saying, I know I'm failing. I know that I'm not doing well. But then you know it, but you're not doing anything about it, and it's the same problems game by game.
He's brought up everything. Remember he's talking about, don't you think I know this is the worst United team ever? Like, don't you think I know these stats are the worst?
Do you know what he said that stood out to me before the game? He said, what was it that he said? He said, I might not, the results on the pitch is bad, but one thing I'm changing is the culture at the club. I don't care about the culture. Get the results.
The results are more right now for him.
You think I care if man are dancing in the dressing room?
I don't care. Nah, bro. We will play better football when the man was dancing. Let's be real. We'll play better football. I can't like NHS football. That was banging, bro.
Man, them think Forest and Fulham, them man were doing it before us. Pogba, we were doing it before. Bury these men on Snap,
Bro, and that's what it is. I just don't buy into this idea that he's trying to shift the culture at the club, because if you really are trying to shift the culture of the club, the first thing you need to shift is this losing mentality at the club, which we haven't done.
We've become serial losers.
We're serial losers, and we accepted it, bro.
Yeah, we've accepted it.
It's mad.
It's mad. I feel like we go into every game, we're not expecting to win. That's a dark place to be,
I was seeing
as a United fan, it's mental.
We were going into the Wolves game, and I'm seeing on Twitter, I swear if we give Wolves their first 3 points, Wolves who were rock bottom. People
bro.
are doubting whether we would
2
win.
point rules, you know.
It's crazy, bro. Even the one at Old Trafford in a couple of weeks, I'm not even confident about that one, bro. Let's be real, though. Like, who here can right now 100% say we're guaranteed to win that game?
Nah, that's it. Come on, this is the
We're
worst.
not guaranteed to win any
We're
game.
not guaranteed to win, but
And
that
I would
one
say
I can
in the
say-
league, but we lost to Grimsby. Like any game in general.
Bro.
We done a pre-season tour.
We lost-
Asia,
oh,
was it
yes,
Asia?
yes,
Lost
it's not
over.
lying.
We're not guaranteed nothing.
There's
in
nothing
this
guaranteed
life.
in this team. I'm
All
telling
the
you.
sins that Fergie.
Do you know what I mean?
Listen.
But what do you guys think of the Cobby thing?
I was about to ask you that. Yeah, like, do you know what it is? Convenient timing.
That he's injured.
The convenient timing.
hear it, I
That's
hear
what
it,
I'm saying.
I hear
Like,
it.
I'm not trying to put anything out there, but I just think the timing is very convenient that he's all of a sudden injured when this is the best opportunity for him to start a game.
I'll be real. I won't be mad. I said it already, bro. I won't be mad.
If he leaves.
If he goes, I won't be mad.
Nah,
You can't be mad. I don't think any of us can be mad.
I
And
won't be
I think it
mad.
would be selfish of us to want him to stay in that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
environment. I'll be real with you.
But I think it's more reflective of the club and the manager
100%.
if he leaves. Not just like the manager, but also the club. The fact that the last decade, all the academy products that could have prospered in Manchester United have been pushed out in some way or another form.
Yeah.
I think it's more reflective of Ineos and
For
Manchester
me,
United.
this is worse than Pogba leaving the first time.
Way worse.
Because this
way
is
worse.
he's already done a lot of
Lots of
things.
things, yeah.
If you wanna, do you know what I mean? If you
Right,
wanna
you
go
remember,
there.
if you deep it, bro, literally it was only like a year and a half ago, him and Garnacho scored in the cup final for us against City.
City,
And we were talking about this is the
Liverpool,
future of the club.
Wolves, England.
Bro,
He's done it all. He's
played
not done
in
it
the
all,
Euro
but
final.
he's done a lot already. And
I think
Abrams
it's-
still
yeah.
can't find a way to play him in the team.
I think it's sad, bro. And then you look at the performance that Ugate's putting in. The guy that's constantly
Did you
getting
see
more
the
minutes
stat?
than
I need
him.
him kidnapped,
Did you see the
bro.
stat
Yeah,
today?
every time he plays, we
He's
lose.
lost
I need him
7
kidnapped.
Premier League games in a row that he
I
started.
need
United
him
lost.
kidnapped,
That's
bro. I
crazy.
need him kidnapped somehow.
mad.
I've never asked for any professional player on any team to be kidnapped, bro.
Nah,
I
it's
need
just,
him
bro.
gone.
He's just not the standard of a Manchester United player. Like bro, you have to remember when we signed him, we signed PSG's 5th choice midfielder.
I never wanted him. You know that. I remember.
I thought he was all right.
No,
Not
no,
at
no,
PSG. Benfica.
That was a Sporting.
Sporting, he was at
Sporting,
Sporting.
sorry. Sporting. That's Paul for me. Sporting. He was half decent over there, and he went PSG, and I thought,
He was a shin
PSG
kicker
know what
at
I
Sporting.
know.
Yeah, that's what he was.
Mateus Nunes came like shortly after. Mateus Nunes at Sporting was better
yeah.
than what Ugarte was at Sporting.
It's crazy.
He
Bro,
was
and you know
much
what's
better.
so sad? The money we used to pay for Ugarte,
Neves.
they went and
It's
took that and went and got Neves.
No,
And
but
that's the
you
type
know-
of more profile we actually really need in this
Neves.
team.
I thought Bruno was doing a thing.
Look at PSG and how many players they shipped off in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's actually doing well except for Ekitike?
Not much. I
Even
mean,
when they
Conte
shipped off, even
Conte
when
done
they-
all right at Juve.
Xavi Simmons, Ugarte.
Yeah.
Who
They're
else have
not
they
great.
shipped off? Yeah.
They're
They
not
even
great.
shipped. Mukiele is doing all right at Sunderland, but I liked Mukiele
But
before
he's
he
at
joined
Sunderland,
PSG, and he
though. But
didn't
he's
play.
at
I know, but he
Sunderland,
didn't
yeah.
play. He didn't play a lot at PSG. That's the
Yeah.
thing. He barely played.
Yeah.
At right back. 'cause
No,
they
you're
got
right. I
Hakimi.
don't think anyone's gone out of that team and done well, really and truly. I don't think so. You look at that team, maybe Mbappe, the only one. But again, he forced himself out.
Yeah.
He forced himself.
He just won a court case.
Yeah,
he just got bread back from
literally,
PSG.
Literally, you know. So now it's dark times right now. I think our next game is against
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
flip's
See,
sake, man.
Boxing
So-
Day, 8 p.m. Yeah,
Boxing
guys,
Day as
go
well.
enjoy your
And
Thursday
we're the
night.
only game, I
Only
believe,
game,
on
only
Boxing
game.
Day.
they want. You know, what it is the league
That's
is
a
dark.
big
You know what it
hate
is?
watch, you know.
It's a big hate.
They want everyone to watch us.
That's a
trying to
big
put all the
hate
eyes
watch.
on us. Friday night.
That's
They're saying,
insanity.
yeah, guys, get your popcorns out. Come on, watch this
You
team.
just celebrated Christmas. Celebrate this match now. Tomorrow.
It's crazy, bro.
insanity.
Night is dark, you know. And you know what? It's scary because game to game, I generally don't know what's gonna happen.
It's hard to predict.
It's
But when
hard.
there's like inconsistency, it's always going to be hard,
hard.
to predict. It's going to be hard
Yeah.
to predict. I don't know if Amram's going to see out his tenure at Manchester United. He's only got what? After this season, he's got 1 season left on his
Listen,
contract.
yeah.
They don't believe in him.
I don't think they do.
I don't think they believe in him. They gave him a 2.5-year deal. That's not something that
I
they
think
can
what
back.
they need to do is kind of see it out in a way instead of doing the whole. No, we used to do have a manager sack without kind of seeing his potential. Whatever he needs to go.
No,
So-
he needs. Like, let's be real. Like, I think it's inevitable. I think the direction we've seen the story before. We've seen that the football is not improving. The results aren't improving. We got 14 Premier League wins since he's arrived.
In like 47
Do
games.
you know what I mean?
48
It's
games.
Crazy.
players are not playing in their preferred positions. The system's too meaty, in my opinion. Like, I think that's the best way to put it. I
Yeah.
can't even, like, it's not adaptable. It's not getting the best out of the players. You know, the performances aren't great. The performances are fluctuating. 1 week it's bad, 1 week is good, and then the results are still not. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it. I think, and I kind of said this on the podcast with Saeed as well. I said, like, we're sacrificing everything that is Manchester United, the values, the tradition, the principles of what makes us Manchester United for this manager, and we're not reaping. I don't think it's for this manager though, because we have a completely new structure in place who don't know what it is to be Manchester United. Yeah, this guy that Ratcliffe, the Barada. Yes. No, the whole they don't know. They're coming in with their own ideology of what Manchester United should be. They don't know what Manchester United is. And let's be honest, the Manchester United of like when we were teenagers growing up, that's long gone. Yeah. Like we have to accept that this is maybe what we are at the moment. Yeah, and it might take some time to get back to where we should be. But it starts from the top though. If the top don't understand what the expectations are as a club and what the standards are as a club and what the standards are from the fans. If that is not all aligned, then this is what you get. This is the product of what you're getting. Literally, this is the product of what you get. They took dinners off people. I've never heard that in my life. That's the point I'm coming back to. That paid for the 200 million front line, isn't it? Bro, that's what they're saying. Imagine not getting your free school meals in school. They're saying that. Bro, it's dark. You know how dark it was, bro. I love that shortcake. No, but deep it, how many traditional things, like how many things have they stripped away from this club, in the aid to push the club forward, but yet we're not seeing that translated on the pitch. If anything, we've gone backwards. They took Fergie's money as well. They've done a lot, you know. But when Ratcliffe was buying Manchester United, his first interview, I remember that he did when it was ratified, he said, I want to make Manchester United the most profitable football team. He didn't say I want to make them a great team again. Insanity. It wasn't make Man United great again, Trump style. Like we weren't already profitable. It wasn't that. It was making bread already. No, because they were making financially, they were making loss after loss as a business. So he saw it as a business entity. Yeah. He's a businessman. He ain't a football guy. And Ineos in any sporting capacity, except for cycling, I've always failed. Except for cycling. What was it? What was it? They were in Formula 1 or something, and then they came out of that. Yeah, Nice right now struggling. Man United are struggling. Every sporting project they've been involved in have failed, and now we're the next sporting failure for them, or project that's failing essentially. If you don't laugh, you'll cry, man. Yeah, it's dark. It's dark, man. So yeah, you know what, guys. I don't know if this kind of therapy session helped me or if it just made me more angry or more frustrated. But I appreciate you guys for helping me. I just meant to give me that mental support. It's just understanding you're not alone, bro. That's what it is. It's good to know that there's other people out here. We're just venting, bro. The same way I was suffering. But also make sure to check out their channels as well. Make sure to check out Mina's YouTube channel as well, where she does reviews, Manchester United reviews, Manchester United women's reviews as well. Women's as well, and just football in general as well. And also Menace on Filthy Fellas as well. Do you have any personal platforms? Yeah, the boy Menace, man. Make sure you follow. You know, Colcoms, Ball League, I'm in there as well. Playmakers as well. So yeah, man, staying busy, bro. And until next time, peace.